Hey guys, Thunderset here, talking to you about a new deck with some new cards that revolves around Red Dragon Archfiend and Might of the King. So, let's start off with some of the new cards. We're utilizing level 7 monsters that can be normal summoned. So first off, we have the Fusilier Dragon, the dual mode beast. You can normal summon this card without tributing, his attack is halved. We also have Charging Gaia, who you can normal summon, he slightly loses attack. They're level 7s who can be normal summoned, so we're using level 1 tuners. And our level 1 tuners are Stygian, Security. When he's destroyed by battle, he'll special summon one level 1 fiend. We also have Unknown Synchro, who will special summon himself as long as they have a monster. And then our other level 1 fiend is our Mirror Resonator. He will special summon from your hand or graveyard if your enemy has a special summon monster from the extra deck and you don't. So it actually happens more often than you think, and we get his special summon off pretty often. But the only downside is if you do that, once he goes back to the graveyard, he's banished, so you can't really use him for King's Consonants. But so some of the staples we're using here, we have Forbidden Chalice. This is really useful, 1 for countering 6 samurai effects, and 2, when you use it on monster like Fusilier Dragon, you restore his attack. So you'd be like 1400, use a Forbidden Chalice, he now goes up to 3200 and he stays at his 2800 permanently. And then we're using Powers of the Guardian. I was originally running 3 powers, 2 Forbidden Chalice, decided 3 Chalice was better, so if you don't have 3 Chalice, just put in more Guardians. And then we're using King's Consonants. So everyone's been going crazy about Silverwind and putting him in all sorts of King Consonants deck. I didn't really know of a good way to fit him in, but with Red Dragon Archfiend now it's a good way. His effect is target 2 face-up monsters on the field with defense lower than his attack. That's pretty much every monster you're going to run into beyond Reactor Dragon, who won't do it. So he's a pretty sneaky play when people attack in. As for the skill, Might of the King, you're going to often have your Red Dragon Archfiend out, but you just never use the skill. The idea of the deck is you get your Red Dragon Archfiend out, they dump their resources and commit into removing your Red Dragon Archfiend, and then they're going to attack into a Consonants freely, which brings this guy out, wipes their board, and then you finish him off. So you're not really using Might of the King too often, and when you do, it's still a gamble because it's like 2 good cards and 1 bad card. It's the card that will destroy all spells, the card that'll draw 2, or a trap card that just like negates effect damage. It's really bad. But this deck is pretty cool. It's not like the Vylon Wall, that's why the engine's a little different. It's trying to do stuff a little differently, but it's still pretty effective, so I hope you guys enjoy the replays. Thanks. So Jack Atlas versus Jack Atlas. Let's see what we're fighting here. Going first, that's not bad with this deck. I think we're reaching a meta where it's not just fearing to go second all this time. So here, we have our Gaia, we have a King's Consonants, and we have 2 Mirror Resonators. So we're going to set 1. He sets 1. 3rd Mirror Resonator. Obviously not a good hand. But he was passive, that gives us our Red Dragon Archfiend. Here he comes with Jack Atlas and his animation. Very cool stuff. That's a good reason to use it on Jack Atlas, it's just for the animation too. You gotta love the animations. But the skill, you could probably use any skill. Like, this isn't the best skill for it, so. There we go, swing in. He takes 3000, that allows him to summon Parry Knights. End our turn. He tributes off his Parry Knights for a Zaborg. Zaborg kills our Red Dragon Archfiend. That leads to a King's Consonants. He thinks he was safe after the Red Dragon Archfiend. Here comes Silverwind. Destroy the Zaborg. He ends his turn and then scoops because we were going to swing in anyway. So crazy fast stuff. Silverwind out of nowhere to finish the plays. Cool stuff. So this deck is actually surprisingly smooth. I've been trying to use Mirror Resonator for a while now and it's been pretty hard. I was trying to use him in a Xian Consonants deck, but it wasn't working. So This one works much better. Here we're fighting life point boost. It's not the best skill. But I mean, skills, there's not that tier 1 best skill out anymore. So here he summons a Drill Dart to set. We normal summon a Gaia, put Powers of the Guardian. I think this is the duel that made me realize I wanted 3 Forbidden Chalice instead of Powers of the Guardian. So here we're attacking into a wall of D. We're gonna suicide our Gaia into his Destiny Hero, but we don't lose our Gaia, so we're okay. Here we summon our Fusilier Dragon, put a Power of the Guardians on him. Gonna run into a second wall of D. So we're just hitting wall of D after wall of D in this hero deck. Still get charges on our Powers of the Guardian too. So 3 was too many for the deck. It's better with more Chalice. And as you can see, this is the difference between the Violent Wall and this deck. The monsters are a little more useful in swinging. They're doing a little more. So here we're gonna bring out our Red Dragon Archfiend. He's usually always a better option than the Stardust Dragon unless there's a Yubel out. And yeah, with Jack Atlas we get our animation. So it's pretty gnarly. Cool stuff. Summon our dragon. He immediately gets banished. So that's what you want. You want to get out your Archfiend. We swing again, get another charge. To protect for your consonants plays. They get over your first synchros and you just keep going. So here he has the Powers of the Guardians of the Zone. Puts it on his Solid Soldier. Goes swinging to us. We're going to protect ourselves this turn. Lose only 500. So then the plays start to get a little more complicated. We pull our King's Consonants. Normal summon the charging Gaia. Put the Power of the Guardian on him. Switch him to defense. Here, we run into our 3rd wall of D of the duel. That's the 4th battle trap of the duel. Lose this Gaia. I don't use Power of the Guardians. I let the Gaia die. He normal summons a Decider. He's going to swing into the Fusilier Dragon. We could have protected him with our Powers of the Guardian. I'm going to let him die too. All for the King's Consonants. So here comes the King's Consonants. Banish the 2 you need. Here comes the Silverwind. It doesn't show you any cards when you do this synchro. Boom. Silverwind. Destroy 2 monsters. Both of them die. He scoops. That's the game. Crazy sneaky plays. They think they've got you after they've overcome the Red Dragon. We hit 3 walls of D and we still did it, guys. Crazy. So I'm not sure what we're fighting here. Usually when you see someone using Ties That Bind, it's always Ties That Bind. It's always 6 Samurai. So let's see what we got. Pulling lots of Mirror Resonators in our hands. It's really not what you want to see. So he's setting. We don't know if it's 6 Samurai yet then. So we do the same. Set a Forbidden Chalice, set a Mirror Resonator. He is actually Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. Crystal Power, I think that gives Beast Warriors attack? So yeah, he's going to lock down our Forbidden Chalice. Swing into our Mirror Resonator. Barely take any damage, we're okay for now. We got a Forbidden Chalice, so I choose the Fusilier Dragon. In combo with Chalice, if you missed that. He's only 1400 when you summon him, but if you Chalice him, he gets all his attack back permanently. So now he's at 2800, we just normal summon. Very strong combo. That's why you should run 3 Chalice. Here's King's Consonants. And a Gaia. So this is how the monsters are a little more useful than in the Violent Wall. Run into a fat, treacherous trap hole. He thinks he's solved all his problems with the OP trap card. Comes at us with these weak monsters. Here, we're gonna King's Consonants, bring out the Silverwind. I was gonna leave one of them alive to swing over for the 900 and just destroy one, but he scoops anyway. He saw it was over. And yeah, bad stuff, guys. Cool stuff. Okay, so I think this is versus our 6 Samurai finally. It's a little unorthodox of a match. Let's see how it goes. I'm going first. Here we have Fusilier dragons and a charging Gaia with a Forbidden Chalice. That's a pretty good setup. Like I said, he's a 2800 once you chalice him. It is 6 samurai. Starts with a Fuma, it's probably not very ideal. And a Grandmaster, a 6 samurai, definitely not what he wanted. Grabs 2, uses asceticism to bring out another one. He's gonna try to swing over our guy. I let the Fuma get destroyed because I'm not afraid of what he's gonna bring out. I thought it'd be an Inching, but it's just some other random one. Now he's actually trying to kill it. We Forbidden Chalice, that brings him all the way up to 3200. He's taking a good amount of damage now. And we get to swing at him freely. Here, we get to normal summon our charging Gaia, swing over the Grandmaster, swing over Kagemusha. Now he's looking pretty thinned out here. Uses his dojo for the legendary secret of 6 Sam. That's a weird move. And then normal summons an Ishi. Puts our Fusilier dragon back to the hand. Does not want to suicide into the Gaia. Thinks he has one more effect. We set our Mirror Resonator swing in. He does have one more effect. Banishes our charging Gaia. He feels pretty good about himself. Summons an Iroh. Iroh automatically destroys the face down. He gets to swing for 2500. Now it's my turn. We get to use our Unknown Synchro on a special summon. Normal summon the Fusilier dragon. That makes for a red dragon Archfiend. We'll skip the animation this time. Here he comes. You already saw it. It's gonna attack straight into the Iroh. Iroh's gonna destroy someone else, but it doesn't matter because that's lethal. So we didn't even need the King's Consonants we just set. Super cool deck, guys. King Consonants really helps decks like these. It gives it that little secret play that can really get people to overcommit and win you games. Single plays. Not that the plays are that strong. It's just people overcommit so hard they really lose themselves. So I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. Thanks.